The following morning, Sonjin walked into the kitchen to have breakfast and found Minsu preparing a meal. He quickly rushed to her, grabbing a box of cereal from her hands. He looked at her and insisted that she shouldn't touch anything or do any physical work, stating that she was pregnant and wasn't supposed to be doing any chores, as there were people to handle that. Minsu smiled and explained that she just wanted some cereal and that no one was around to make it for her. Taking her hands, he reminded her that she should always call him if no one was available to assist. He then pulled out a chair, made her sit down, and served her the breakfast she had been craving, including the cereal. He joined her at the table. As they ate, Minsu looked at him and remarked that if he was already acting this way only a few weeks into her pregnancy, she could only imagine how he would behave once she was further along. Sonjin joked that by then he would be doing everything for her, feeding her and even carrying her everywhere. Minsu laughed at his joke. Sonjin watched her with a smile, happy to see her laugh. He informed her that Woobin was being released from the hospital and asked if she would like to accompany him around lunchtime. Minsu responded that she wouldn't be able to since she had a test scheduled that afternoon. Sonjin said he would go alone then, adding that Yuna and Woobin's mother would likely be there too. They continued having breakfast together as Sonjin shared that he couldn't wait to share meals with her and their child in the future, something he had always wished for. Minsu took his hand and reassured him that it would happen, adding that she was certain he would be an amazing father. At the hospital, Woobin was already packing his bags when his mother walked in. Standing beside him, she grabbed the bag from his hands, insisting that he shouldn't be lifting anything and that she would take care of it. Woobin looked at her as she helped him pack and thanked her. She then suggested he should come stay at her house, their family home, so she could monitor him closely and ensure he was recovering well. She also mentioned that she would pause her overseas projects to stay and look after him. Woobin thanked her but declined, stating that he was recovering well and didn't require monitoring. He added that he would be attending regular checkups at the hospital. Disappointed, his mother asked if he could at least stay with her, expressing that after what had happened, she didn't want to be far from him. She pleaded, but Woobin still refused, explaining that he was more comfortable in his own space. He clarified that it wasn't because he didn't want to be around her, but simply because he was used to his own routine. He suggested that she visit often and that they could slowly mend their relationship by spending more time together. Smiling, she agreed, happy that her son was finally giving her a chance and not shutting her out. Sonjin then walked in, greeted them both, and apologized for being late, explaining that he had been held up at the office. He took Woobin's bag and asked if he was ready to go, saying he would drop him off at his house as requested. Woobin's mother mentioned she thought she would be the one to drop him off. Woobin explained that he had already asked Sonjin and apologized for not consulting her instead. Sonjin then suggested that she take him home and that he could always visit later. However, Woobin insisted that it wouldn't be fair since Sonjin had already rearranged his meetings for him. They all agreed that Sonjin would take him home, and the two men walked out together. As they approached the car, Tiana came rushing toward them. She bid farewell to Woobin, wished him a smooth recovery, and reminded him to take his medication on time and get enough rest. Woobin smiled and thanked her for taking care of him, promising to look after himself. He patted her shoulder and called her his little sister before joining Sonjin in the car. While driving, Sonjin glanced at Woobin and asked if he was truly unaware that Tiana liked him, stating that her body language made it obvious. Woobin, unbothered, said he was with Yuna now and that even if Tiana liked him, it didn't matter. That was why he had referred to her as a little sister, to establish boundaries. Sonjin looked at him again, before focusing on the road, and expressed how proud he was of him, encouraging him to consider getting married soon. Woobin laughed and replied that he was far from marriage and just wanted to date for now. Sonjin then suggested they grab some food before he dropped him off, mentioning it had been a while since they sat down together.